Welcome to the TheGeeksAttic. In this video, I'm going to reorganize my Star Wars Expanded Universe bookshelf. So I've got some new bookshelves. Got all the books in there out of order, had to get them up off the floor so the room would be clean. Now it's time to pull all these books off onto the table that I've got here in front of me, reorganize them, and put them up in chronological order. Now, I think maybe the wise thing to do would be to take these books out individually by the era in which they appear, and then, separate them out by those stacks, put them back up on the shelf. I think that might be easier than just taking them all off, putting them all on the table, and then picking through what's what. I think that would take a little bit too long. All right, I brought the camera over here. I'm going to get all of the Old Republic books off first, or there's the books that I recognize at the beginning of the Star Wars timeline, and I'm going to put them in a stack on this table that I've got right here, which I go ahead and bring this closer to myself. There we go. So that's a no. This is kind of tough to do when all these books are scattered all over the place. I should have thought this through when I picked them up off the floor to put them back up here, but oh well. It happens, right? I might switch the camera up too in a little bit to show you the table, and we can put the books together from there. Old Republic stuff. I think I got everything off of the top shelf. You gotta remember, Knight Errant is one of the first books in the timeline. I think it is the very first book. That's totally not true. For some reason, I was thinking Knight Errant was Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void. So, yeah, don't go to the comments section over that one. I've got 2 copies of episode 1 up here for some reason, and I just realized that I actually let my dad borrow Bane, book 1, Path to Destruction, and he's actually reading it. My dad, saw the original trilogy, and that's it. Didn't care for anything. I mean, he took me to the prequel stuff when I was a kid. Well, only episode 1. The other 2 I was able to drive myself. But, yeah, so he's not a big fan of Star Wars or anything, but he actually really likes Bane. So that's exciting. I'm going to go down to the bottom shelf and get a book because I see it. And I think that's the only one down there at the bottom that I need. So far, anyway. I know that one's close to the beginning, the timeline. Death Troopers, I just reviewed that one. Let's do a quick jump cut. Okay, I found Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void. I need to get the most recent Legends Banner book. I guess it doesn't matter which Legends Banner book it is, I just need to get it to verify where things are on the timeline. Need to look here at the beginning. That's what I love about these Star Wars books, is they have the timelines laid out in the beginning of the book. It's so great. So I'm going to go ahead and put Dawn of the Jedi at the bottom of the stack here. Then we've got Lost Tribe of the Sith. I've got that collection, paperback. I know they had it digitally for free on Apple devices at one time. They probably still are free. So if you have an iPad, or probably any sort of tablet, see if you can get the Lost Tribe of the Sith for free. Now we're looking for Revan in my hand. Deceived, got it. I really liked Deceived. I liked Revan too. All the Old Republic books, most of the Old Republic books were great. Wasn't much a fan of Fatal Alliance. Annihilation wasn't that great in my opinion either. We've got Knight Errant. That book was just okay. Kinda dull. Then we've got Darth Bane books, which I'm missing one, so it's over with my dad. Rule of 2, and then Dynasty of Evil. Got those right there. Darth Plagueis, Cloak of Deception. That review is coming very soon. I read this a long time ago. I forgot to write my reviews, so some things were out of my mind with that. So like one of the characters. I was like, what happened to that character? Did he die? Did he live? It was bothering me. So I had to do some research. I went back and found what I was looking for. And then we've got Darth Maul Shadowhunter, which read that one too. Haven't reviewed it yet. I've read a lot of these books that I haven't reviewed. Some of them that I read before I did reviews, and then I thought I should probably be reviewing these. And then, you know, time goes on. You read a lot of other stuff, like all of the new canon books, more Legends canon books. So things get jumbled up in your mind, and you forget, oh wait, I can't remember what happened in that book. So I've got to revisit a lot of stuff. So I just said Darth Maul Shadowhunter. Now we need Maul Lockdown, which that review is going to be posted before this video goes up, so look for that one. Rogue Planet. Currently reading this. This is the book that I am currently reading as of this video for the Expanded Universe. Only on chapter 7. Bothers me. Then we've got Outbound Flight. Did not think that one was so early. Top there. And now we've got The Approaching Storm. Thought I saw that one just a second ago. The Approaching Storm. Right there. Now that is a hideous cover, in my opinion. I don't like that. Can we get the camera to adjust, please? Look at that. Hideous cover. I mean, I like the blue, but the other stuff, come on. Whatever. I plan on doing a new video series pretty soon involving book covers. It's going to be fun, for me, anyway. Then we've got Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, which I don't have that book in paperback. I need to fix that. So, we're going to have to move on from that one. Then we've got The Clone Wars, which that is only available in hardcover. I was corrected by someone on the internet. I thought I had this in paperback, but they're like, it only existed in hardcover. Like, I'm pretty sure I had it in paperback. But no, there's other Clone Wars novels in paperback. That one is in hardcover. So, you proved me wrong. So we got Clone Wars, Wild Space, and then No Prisoners. So, Wild Space, No Prisoners. I've got mixed feelings on the Clone Wars books. I know wasn't a huge fan of the series. I did not want to watch it, but I did. Some of it was pretty cool. And then others were like, a lot of the episodes were just kind of dull. But as the season went on, the series went on, it got better. I will be watching the new season on Disney Plus whenever that drops. Just got to keep up with it. Okay, here's a question I've got for you. The Clone Wars Gambit, we got Stealth and then Siege. Now, why is this book so big? And every other copy that I've ever seen of Siege also that big, except for the order that the book that I've got from eBay, which is like a normal paperback size. How come I can't find this one this size? I mean, is one of them like a special release or something? But I can't find this one in the normal size because I want the normal size. I don't like this giant book. I don't like how it's not uniform on the bookshelf, which there's quite a few of those. Some of those Clone Wars books are that way too. Just don't like it. So then we've got the Republic Commando series. We've got Hard Contact, 000, True Colors, and Order 66. So, got to look for these Republic Commando books. There's one. It's True Colors. That's not one, is it? No. Found another one. 000. We can find Hard Contact. Here's Order 66. And we need Hard Contact. And you know what? I'm such an idiot. There is episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I did have it. It must be Revenge of the Sith that I don't have. I don't have Revenge of the Sith. We got this one, not Revenge of the Sith. So this went before... Crap, where did this go? Before Outbound Flight, right? No, yes. Purging Storm, and then episode 2. So, gotta pick these books up. Purging Storm, Attack of the Clones, and the Clone Wars stuff. And I still need Hard Contact. It's not up on the table, is it? No. Alright, finally. It's like in the darkest part of the bookshelf. Hard Contact. So we got those. Now I need to find Shatterpoint. Shatterpoint. It's the Cestus Deception as well. MedStar. There's a MedStar book. Battle Surgeons. What did Shatterpoint look like? There is Shatterpoint. Oh, the Cestus Deception. That title is the goofiest title in my opinion. The Cestus Deception. Alright, Cestus Deception. Then MedStar, that's number 1. And I need number 2. MedStar 2. Where are you? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to like condense this up a little bit. Bring some of these books from down here up here. Be a lot better than bending down so much when I'm trying to film. Okay, MedStar 2, I found it, finally. Jeez. For Germany Christmas. Okay, now we've got Jedi Trial and Yoda Dark Rendezvous. Jedi Trial. I know I just saw the Yoda book. This is really annoying, isn't it? Okay, there's Yoda Dark Rendezvous. Then we've got Labyrinth of Evil. I saw that one right up there. See, this is the must-read prequel to Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So I need to get Revenge of the Sith in paperback. I have the hardcover. Just need the paperback. That way I could have it on my Expanded Universe side. Kenobi. Need this in paperback too. I love this cover. Now we've got Imperial Commando 501st. I saw that one right there. Now we've got Coruscant Nights. You know, one time I went into this breakfast place and I walked up to the guy and I wanted a croissant. And for some reason it wouldn't come to my head on how to say croissant. And I was like, I need a Coruscant. So Jedi Twilight. Okay, so I'm looking for the Coruscant Nights. There's number 3. Number 2. Where are you? 2. What is number 1? Jedi Twilight. So we got 1, 2, and 3. Let me put these upside down over here so I can get those in order. Here we've got Last Jedi, which is in my hand. Don't know that I want to give this one up yet. I'm not going to. Gotta remember where this one goes. I'll put a duplicate copy of the Phantom Menace in its spot. That should be helpful. You know what? I forgot to put stupid book where it's supposed to go. You know what? Actually, an easy fix. Right there. Here we go. Fix that. The Last Jedi in my hand. The Han Solo trilogy. I read that. Have the first book review written out. not the other two. There's one, Paradise Snare. I like that cover a lot. It's pretty cool. There it is. It's the Hutt Gambit. And what color was the other book? It was brown, right? The goldish brown. There it is. See it, Rebel Dawn. And Rebel Dawn was the last book in that one. Yep, could remember if that was book 1 or 2. Now we're going to The Adventures of Lando Calrissian, which I have the classic Adventures of Lando Calrissian, all 3 books in one. Now I'm looking for the Force Unleashed books. There's 2 of those. There's 1 and number 2. Yeah. Bah. You know what? The Force Unleashed 2 doesn't come right after that. There's a couple books in between, which is the Han Solo Adventures. Han Solo Adventures. I'm pretty sure I have that, right? So the Han Solo Adventures. I'm pretty sure I have like a collection of that, right? And I've got the original trilogy, the Star Wars trilogy, in a set. What about Han Solo stuff? If I need to go get paperback copies of... Nope, there it is. Han Solo Adventures. I knew I had that. And after the Han Solo Adventures is Death Troopers. And then the Force Unleashed 2. And then we've got Death Star. That was a pretty thick book, right? I didn't read it yet, but I remember it being ridiculously thick. So is X-Wing Mercy Kill. That's a pretty thick book, too. Yep, Death Star right there. It's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty darn thick. Shadow Games. Battery. Phone's about to die. Shadow Games. That's what I just said. That was a kind of a goofy looking cover, in my opinion. Pretty distinctive cover, too. Tales from Mos Eisley Cantina, which is right there. This is a book given to me by one of my good friends a long time ago. I held on to it, not knowing that I was ever going to read Star Wars books. Now we've got Tales from the Empire. That's right in my hand. Okay. Oh, for some reason I thought that book was going to be black. It's red. Now we've got Tales from the New Republic. Maybe that one's black. It is. And Scoundrels. And then Allegiance. There's Scoundrels. Where is Allegiance? I think that one has Mara Jade on it. About to find out. Nope. Way off. Some stormtroopers. What was I thinking of with where Choices of One has... Okay. Right? Yeah. Now we've got Honor Among Thieves. And Galaxies of Dantooine. Honor Among Thieves. That was like a newer book. I believe the Heir to the Jedi in the canon, Disney canon, was supposed to be part of that series. We had Razor's Edge with Leia, Honor Among Thieves with Han, and then Heir to the Jedi with Luke. But it just carried on over into canon, I guess, so they had some material to produce. Heck, yep, there it is with the Legends banner on it. Then we've got the Ruins of Dantooine with the glorious cover that it's got. Splinter of the Mind's Eye and Razor's Edge. Splinter of the Mind's Eye and Razor's Edge. Tales of the Bounty Hunters. Got that one right there. This battery's gonna last. You know, I read Shadows of the Empire. I don't have a review for that one yet. Best video game for the Nintendo 64 after GoldenEye. 007 game. The best game of all time, really. Even better than today's games. It's a fact. Okay, Shadows of the Empire. Tales from Jabba's Palace. There it is. Then we've got the Bounty Hunter Wars. Looking forward to getting into that. Then there's hard merchandise. There's the slave, the Mandalorian armor, and I like the covers to all of those books too. They look pretty nice, pretty cool looking. There it is, Slave Ship. Okay, which one is book one? It says it on the books. So that was nice, easy, quick. So then we gotta go to the Truce at Bakura. I read that one. I've read a lot of the New Republic books that take place after Return of the Jedi. And I never wrote anything down for them. What was I looking for again? The Truce at Bakura. That's right. Wasn't that much of a fan of that book. It seemed kind of dull to me. I think it had like weird reptilian aliens. I think that's right. It kind of like gave electric shocks or something. I could be way off, honestly. Mine's a blur with a lot of these books. I should have taken notes. I was going through them really fast in the beginning. I just didn't retain a lot of the stuff. There's Truce at Bakura. Then we have Mindor, Luke Skywalker book, The Shadows of Mindor. So I've got everything up on the top 3 shelves now. There's Shadows of Mindor. The X-Wing series. So there's an X-Wing book, there's an X-Wing book. There's book 1. I guess I can go ahead and put that over here. I like how they have like which number they are. A lot of the books don't do that really these days. Makes things confusing. But when they have it written on there, very easy. I love it. Book 2. It does not say it on the spine though. That would have been a little helpful. And as we discussed on the last Civilized discussion, or Civilized Age on Matt Wilkins' channel, everybody loved these X-Wing book covers, and we found out by Christopher Nelson. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, there it is, but never really noticed it until he said it. But the artwork to the cover is right there on the spine for all of these books, and that's really cool. Now that I know, now that he brought it to my attention, I see it, and I think it's awesome. I'm looking for book 3. There's 8. There's 3. I probably shouldn't be just stacking these up because are there any stories that take place between these? Solo Command is where I need to stop. So book 4, 5, 6, 7, Solo Command, and then we Have you go to the courtship of Princess Leia? Now, I remember bringing this one up whenever I did one of my first videos on YouTube talking about the expanded universe and how I fell in love with it. And I remember saying, skip this book, because I didn't like it. And other people, I think, started arguing about it, saying how awesome it was, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Which, you shouldn't skip these books. You should read all of them, except the Crystal Star. It sucks. Tatooine Ghost. No, I did not read that or the X-Wing books. I haven't read those yet. Tatooine Ghost. I believe that one has like Han on it. Still looking for Tatooine Ghost. You know, I forgot to put something, I forgot to pull something. It goes before Kenobi. It comes after Kenobi. Dark Lord, The Rise of Vader. There's Kenobi. So I just need to take this right there, and then put that right there, and then we're still looking for Tatooine Ghost. So let's find that book already, huh? There it is. Sweet. Tatooine Ghost. The Thrawn trilogy. Most popular trilogies of all time. And honestly, I thought they were okay. Wasn't mind-blowing to me. People say, oh, it would have been a way better trilogy of movies than what we got. I mean, yeah, the sequels have some problems, but those books have some problems too. It wasn't Luke's clone. Luke! So then we get into another X-Wing book. That would be book 8. And now is the Jedi Academy trilogy. I remember that. I read that one. I enjoyed it. Alright, I've got the Jedi Academy series put up. I like those covers. They remind me of like cheesy VHS covers. Then we've got iJedi right there. It's kind of getting a little easier now. And Children of the Jedi and Darksaber. There's Darksaber. Where is Children of the Jedi? That's the New Rebellion. Children of the Jedi. There it is. And now we have Planet of Twilight. I like that cover. It's got Leia on there with a yellow lightsaber. Pretty cool. X-Wing Starfighters of Alamar, right there. The Black Fleet no, see, I wanted to skip over it. We got the Crystal Star. It hurts. The Black Fleet Crisis goes right there. I was bored out of my mind with this trilogy. The Black Fleet Crisis. Ugh. Really great covers on those two. Now we've got the New Rebellion, which is the last book of that New Republic era that I read before I decided, let's go back to the beginning and start at book 1 in the Legends timeline. Then we have the Corellian trilogy. Now we're getting into like that unfamiliar, like what does that cover, the spine look like? Because I haven't really needed to pay attention to it yet. What did I say I'm looking for? The Corellian trilogy. I think that has funky looking font on it, right? There's one, right? Yeah, okay. The heck, man? Why is it so hard to do this sometimes? Why is it so hard to find books on a bookshelf? Skimming over them over and over again. There's another one. And the third one, does it have C-3PO on it as well? Yep, it sure does. Look at that. Book 2, Book 3, and Book 1. Oh, would you look at that? I got them. I found them. I repeat, I found them. The Hand of Thrawn duology. And that would be the Spectre of the Past and Visions of the Future. I love these covers too. There's that tacky vibe that I just like a lot. And there's a book down here. I don't know why it's out of order. Red Harvest. Dang it. I know that's in the beginning somewhere. Scourge. That one's right there. I think that wasn't that one of the last print? I can't remember when. I don't know. What was the last book printed before Disney took over? Survivor's Quest. And then we get into the next page. The new Jedi Order. That can't be right. Right? Okay, so yeah, okay, new Jedi Order. Now we've got Vector Prime. Okay, what does the new Jedi Order look like? I know there's some of these have, okay, it's this style of book. Okay, these don't say anything about what number they are. Vector Prime. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of these new Jedi Order books. See, that's not one. Okay. The new Jedi Order is written out on the spine, so I can stack these up right here so I can see them better. There's new Jedi Order. These are all new Jedi Order. New Jedi Order. I like that. It has Legacy of the Force has the same. It says it on there, but that's helpful. New Jedi Order. 2 of them right there. Another one. There. Dang, a lot of books in the new Jedi Order. One of these is super thick. So I'm sure the first one I'm going to need is buried at the bottom of one of these stacks that I just made. Vector Prime. So I need to get Vector Prime for the first one. There it is. Vector Prime. Dark Tide. There's 2 of those. Onslaught and Ruin. There's those. And then we move on to the Agents of Chaos. There's 1, and there's 2. Then we've got Balance Point. Bottom. Dang. Okay. Get that one. I want to get at least this this era done before I have to go charge my phone. So then we've got the Edge of Victory. Yeah, Edge of Victory. There's 1. There's 2. Jeez, gonna have a mess here. Star by Star. It's a really thick book. Dark Journey. Enemy Lines. There's 2 of those. Say Enemy Lines on it. Rebel Dream. Rebel Stand. Traitor, Destiny's Way. And then Remnant, Refuge, Reunion. Final Prophecy and the Unifying Force. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to go charge my phone. So I guess maybe you might see me in a different shirt when I can finish this.